Hi friends, it's Rachel Archelaus here. A lot of things in my life have made me feel like an outcast. And you can probably relate if you're watching this. You probably never really fit in with most people. They probably didn't understand you, and in some ways, you felt like an outsider. Now, I'm no stranger to this. In fact, in high school, I was bullied about being psychic. I was called a witch, a troll, all sorts of things. And it wasn't very fun. To say the least, it was not very fun. And it took me a really long time to get over that. And I remember when I came out as a psychic in one of my jobs, I had taken my first professional job as a psychic. I was doing this thing called Psychic Saturdays, and I didn't want my current boss at my day job to think I was leaving. So I figured, well, I have to tell him. I have to say something so that they don't just fire me. So I did. And it was questioned a little bit, but it was pretty okay. And I felt much better being out and out of the psychic closet. And that's really just the beginning of claiming yourself and what it takes to go on this path of developing your own thing in the world. Now, I know a lot of you have something to share and you're scared to share it. So this could be coming up in many ways. Sometimes people like us are afraid to market. We're afraid to make offers to people. We're afraid to get a business card and put that title on there that we're afraid of calling ourselves. And this really gets in the way of you living out your purpose in this world. Now, I really believe that our purpose is just to be here. We don't have to do anything else. But if you feel that call in your heart to be of service to the world in a more public way, where you're having clients, you're having customers, then listen up, because this is so important. If you feel that call and yet you're still afraid to get your message out there, to share your title, to call yourself a healer or a psychic or an intuitive or a creative or whatever it is that you are, that's going to stop you from really, really delivering your service or your product to the world. And it's going to stop you from connecting with the people who need you most. Often we will be okay with certain things. We'll call ourselves an intuitive instead of a psychic. We will say that we talk to spirits instead of ETs or deceased loved ones, right? We'll kind of sugarcoat things for the public. Sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. But if you are not seeing the results that you're looking for, there could be a lot of things going on, but one of them could be that you're not fully owning who you are. I see incredible service providers downplay who they are all the time, and what that does is it puts this wall right in front of you so that no one can really see you. You're not allowing yourself to be seen when you do that, and that's not what you want. I am watching so many people's lives crumble at the moment, and not necessarily in a bad way. It feels very, very, very intense and sudden to people who are going through this. They're leaving their marriages. They are moving away from their children. They're getting jobs in other states. They are reaching their limit where they're working and crying every day. We're at this point in time right now where energetically we're going up. We're aligning with really who we are. And there's not really any stopping that at this point. If you're on the train to do that, which if you're watching this, you are, we cannot bring all of that heavy luggage that we packed so long ago. And so a lot of things may be leaving your life right now that you don't want to leave, that you're uncomfortable with not having, or that you know it's a blessing, but it's still not such a fun ride. Well, a way through that into the happy, impactful, passionate life that you really want to live and you know in your heart is your truth is to really own who you are and to make a commitment to yourself that you're going to live into that no matter how uncomfortable it is. And I'm not going to leave you hanging out there either. I've got something to tell you that I've been avoiding telling people. And it's not even a surprise. It's just inside of me, it feels like such a big deal. You know, inside another person, their sexuality could feel like such a big deal. Or calling themselves psychic could feel like such a big deal. We all have our own things to overcome. We all have our own ways to bring down that wall. But when you do, you allow yourself to really shine and sparkle like you're meant to, and the whole world opens up to you. So let's take each other's hand, get through that wall, and just allow each other to be. Because it doesn't really matter anyway what you call yourself, who you are. If you are okay with it and coming from a place of love, then whatever we are is absolutely amazing and wonderful. So a lot of people have come up to me in the past and made jokes like, "You're not really from around here, are you?" And a lot of my friends see that I have big eyes and they wonder things. And a while ago, it came to my attention that all of my life I've been in contact with extraterrestrials, mostly of the Pleiadian and the Zeta families. And so, to make a long story short, I am a hybrid. And what that means is that a long time ago, when I was still in utero, my DNA was genetically altered, and so that I have a lot of Pleiadian attributes. That's why I've always been so psychic and aware of my extra dimensional nature, meaning that I've always known I exist on other dimensions. I do other jobs when I'm sleeping at night. I go places. I work with the Zetas. I work with the Pleiadians. And you could kind of call me a spirit guide on Earth. That's pretty much what I am. And so that's always why I've had such a wise nature, even though I'm still pretty young. So it's all very interesting. There's more to the story, obviously, but I've always been afraid to mention my ET connection and the fact that I am basically an ET living on Earth. And for no other big reason than it's different. I see all around me people getting chastised for being different. In fact, I was watching the first episode of I Am Kate today, the story of Bruce Jenner turning into Caitlyn Jenner, and I got to see just how much this is affecting people. So on the show, they profiled this 14-year-old boy who was born a girl who couldn't make it through the challenges of being a transgender young person and who took their own life at age 14. And all because of the pressures of being different. And so from a person like me who's felt different all of their life, but who has come to a place of self-love and acceptance, I so feel for everyone else out there who does not. And if we were all just honest about who we were and who we are, then the world would be a much different place. I saw Ellen DeGeneres talking about this yesterday on a clip that she had with Oprah, where she said that if everyone just came out all at the same time, all of the actresses, all the actors, all the politicians, all the world leaders, every single person, all the priests, all of the Christians, everyone, if they all came out at the same time, it would be not a big deal, right? Okay, so half the population, 10% of the population, however percentage it is, no one would be able to question it because it would be so many people speaking their truth at the same time. I saw another woman come out about being polyamorous and bisexual and being very proud of it, and that's awesome. Everyone is speaking their truth, and we need to, because we can't bring this baggage with us. If we're not honest, we're not going to have the life that we really deserve and that other people really deserve from us. So take my hand, come out, let us know what you've been afraid to share with people. And if you want to learn about the other factors that could be holding you back from your purposeful work, then join me for a webinar on Monday, November 2nd. We're going to talk about these 4 factors: expression, which we kind of just talked about a little bit, service, inner truth, and inspired action. Those 4 things, we're going to talk about those because those all need to be present and in alignment for you to do your purposeful work and make money and be happy and make an impact. Okay, so come to that webinar. It's called The Path to Abundance for Intuitive Creatives. So meet me there. Lots and lots of love, lots of courage, lots of bravery, lots of truth, and go share.